Welcome to Crack Sessions podcast.
Hey, hi
Hi
everybody.
guys. I'm Brains Crystal and this is
I'm Swift Holiday. Nice to be
nice to
acquainted.
meet you all.
Right. So
Yo, literally
finally here,
starting
right?
this. I cannot believe it. Like, how many months? That's been like
a
months,
month
right?
of, yeah, it's been a month. It's like since we got the initial idea.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got this idea. I think it was last month of August. Yeah, to be specific.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the story behind Crack again?
But before we get into the story behind Crack, we would like to share a prayer with all of you, if that's okay.
Yeah,
So if you're cool with that, everybody bow their heads. Lord, Lord Father in heaven, we thank you, Lord, for the start of a new journey, a new beginning. Lord, we pray, Lord, that all those who are here with us in the beginning, may you visit them in their lives and show them your mercy, show them your kindness.
Amen.
Oh Lord, and may we have a successful first interaction.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. That's all we have to say. Yeah.
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 Got that done.
So we have that done. So what's brought about the name Crack Sessions? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like how did the idea even come about to begin with?
Yeah. So the story behind Crack it's actually so I was looking for a name per se. At first I just wanted to, start creating content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was the initial
everybody
plan.
starts
Because,
eventually.
everyone starts with this,
Eventually,
right?
yeah.
Everyone is out there creating content,
some form
and
of
I'm
content.
Like, yo, I got to start something. Like, I cannot just there's so much in me, right? That the world needs to see and obviously. So I just wanted to create content. That was just the initial plan. But then I realized that God actually had a lot in store for me. He didn't just want me to create content for the fun of it, right? So if I'm creating content, then it has to be a channel for God.
Yeah, it has to be a channel for God.
It
has to be a channel
lives.
for purpose as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So instead of me just creating content, I was like, okay, so why don't I start up a podcast? Right?
Yeah.
And that was the idea. So I went to church. We had a youth conference, and then I shared it with him. So what if we start up a podcast? And he was like, he had that idea in mind once, but execute it. So that I shared the idea with him, and he obviously bought it. Then we decided to start up a podcast.
Yay! Yeah.
But then I didn't really come up with a good name at first. I was saying was it something therapy session, something like that.
I don't know, it was weird. It was strange.
It wasn't it. It wasn't it. So I decided to make some researches, and then I stumbled on the word crack, and then that word just hit me. Like when you say crack, it's like there's like so much about it, so many
there's so much like meaning behind it. It can have multiple meanings.
Yeah, it has
contradictory
multiple meanings.
and
So think of it like an egg, right? So when an egg is cracked, or you just crack open an egg, there's something hidden on the inside.
Yeah.
So many of us, we go about living our lives, smiling in the public, but deep down we know that there is something within us that's yearning or longing to be heard, right? Or there's this part of us that's broken, or there's this part of us that's seeking healing. But you don't just know where to, get that healing from. You don't just know how you could, attain that.
Yeah.
So you just push it.
You just bury it deeper. You just keep burying it.
Yes. So that's like the story behind that. So when I saw that word, when I stumbled on that word, I just loved it. And I was like, yo, I'm going with this. And then I told him crack. I think I love this word crack. So I then looked for another word. I was like, okay, maybe I could get something to add to it. So it's a podcast, right? So it's literally a session that we're having. So I was like, okay, so let's just name it Crack Sessions Podcast.
A mental session,
yeah. So that was how we got the name. I prayed about it, and the Lord loved it. So we just
we just decided to go with it.
We just decided to go with it, and guys, it's been a month of planning, a month of preparation, obviously, preparing Lord. I mean, you cannot just start up something without, preparation.
Without preparation. And like we have to put our hands together for her because like she was in charge of most of the preparation, especially when me being busy with examinations and that she really helped out on that aspect. So when you say crack, what exactly do you mean? What do you mean by crack?
Like I said,
like you said that it's relating to
something that's broken,
something that's
hidden, something that's not revealed.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's related to that.
Okay, so if I'm understanding properly, at least this is just my take on it. But crack sessions is a place where people come to break themselves. Now listen, don't judge me yet. But what I mean is that everybody has something hidden inside, like you said. And so unless you are willing to take that step to break that outer shell. We all have an outer shell, that mask we wear when we interact with society. So that process of breaking oneself is what I would say the crack represents. Do you get? Yeah, exactly.
Crack is this is a space, right? A space where we, dig out, we stir your hearts and towards revealing more about yourself. There's a lot that God has placed within you that you haven't even discovered. Right? Every one of us is born with an assignment, a purpose, but so many of us haven't really discovered it yet. We haven't really discovered our potentials. We are just living life as it comes. How it come be. So many of us are just living life how it comes, but the truth is there is a lot about yourself that you don't know. Right? Yes. So that's the reason why we created this space. That's the reason why we started this podcast.
Think of it as a self-discovery sort of podcast.
Yeah. So we are helping you discover more about yourself. Because you as a person, you should be intentional about yourself. Because God did not create you for the fun of it. Alright? Look at it. In the beginning, right? God created the heavens and the earth. He obviously created the sun, the moon, the stars, and every other part of the world, right? And we live in it. So he created each and every part for a reason, right? There is a reason for the sun. The sun was created for it to give light.
To signal to people.
And the moon for the night, and the stars, for the sky, and then so many other things like the earth and the land and the waters. Everything has a purpose, right? So each and every one of us were created with a purpose
in mind.
We have an assignment. It was like, okay, you see fashion designers, when they want to create like a masterpiece, right? So they just have this sketch pad. And then they draft out something,
a plan of the dress.
Initial plan, right? So before they create something, they draft something out. There was something in their mind.
There was something in their mind.
Yes. So that's just what we are trying to say, right? God had a plan.
Yes, God had a plan.
When He created, the Bible says, "Before I formed you, I knew you." Right, in Jeremiah 1. So before God formed any of us, He knew us. Like He had a plan for us. He didn't just create us for the fun of it. Okay, we were not just created to just walk around the earth and die.
Well, ominous, but okay.
Yeah. We're not just created to just walk around the earth, get married, do this, die, and that's it. Okay, every one of us has a purpose. You're not created to just live an ordinary life. Alright? We have a purpose. So the thing is, God then gave us potentials, right? That would fuel our purpose, that would assist us in the fulfillment of our purpose. And I think that's what we're focusing on today, right?
Yeah, that's what we're focusing on.
Right?
Potential.
The thing is, the graveyard, is full with so many people, great men and women, who have not discovered their potentials.
Yeah.
Yes.
They say that the graveyard is the richest place on earth.
Exactly.
Because there are so many ideas, so many
books
so many
that
things
within
people,
within
books,
people,
arts, social media apps,
I'm telling
possibly
you, like people are supposed to
platforms,
be
whatever
leaders
it
in
is.
tech and all of that.
And even charities, so many things that did not get to exist because
Yes.
people were scared of breaking that outer shell
Yeah.
of themselves.
Yeah.
They were scared of taking that first step.
Yeah,
It all begins with a first step,
Yes,
honestly. It
begins
does.
with
It all
first
begins
step.
with
But
one
these
step.
people were not willing, they didn't take responsibility, they just lived their life the way they wanted, and then they ended up in the grave with the potentials buried in them.
The potentials buried in
Yeah,
them.
so they never unleashed it. The world never got to see anything about them. Right?
I bet if you awoken most of them and asked them what was their final thoughts in their time of death,
I'm telling you.
I believe most of them would say regrets.
Yes.
Do not put yourself in a position where you will end up regretting how you have lived your life.
Yes.
Do not put yourself in that position.
Exactly.
Or look for how you can move forward in life. Look for how you can make progress. No matter how small, progress is progress.
No matter how.
Yeah.
But these people just ended up dying with their potentials buried within them, and they never got to share what God had placed within them with the world. Okay, think of the world like a museum, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a part that everyone has to play, a work of art that each and every one of us has to display.
Yeah.
But then, if you do not take responsibility for your potentials, the next generation, right, they're going to just come into this museum of life, and then they're going to discover that your space is literally empty. Like, there's going to be like a sideboard, and it's going to be like assignment unfulfilled or assignment unfinished. You get it? And then they're going to see potential unreleased. Like, you can imagine that kind of scenario, right? So the world is like a museum, right? And every one of us has a part to play. No matter how small your potentials are, it's important. I don't care what
Very
it
important.
is. I don't care what it is, but there is someone somewhere whose growth process is tied to your potential. So if you do not unleash it, that person may never attain certain levels in life because you failed to unleash that gift that God has given to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so potential is very important in your journey of life. Okay, you need to discover them. And then when we say potential, we're going to expatiate on that, right?
Later.
So, but potential, it's more like an untapped ability, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
untapped ability. It's just within you.
okay, so she doesn't watch anime, right? So for those of you who do watch anime, and we have this thing called power up. So now, what's a power up?
Yeah,
is essentially.
I think I'm getting the
idea. Like, for instance, for Dragon Ball, when Goku goes like Super Saiyan. Yes, we are Gen Z. We have to talk about this. When Goku goes like a power up or a Super Saiyan or whatever, he's tapping into a potential that he normally does not have access to. He has to consciously tap into it.
I love that.
You have to be very conscious with what you are doing.
So the thing about potential is that if you do not take a step, all right, to grab something higher than what you know,
you will never attain.
You will never attain.
Whether you have it or not.
Whether you have it or not, you
Exactly.
will never get to release your full potential, right? So the thing about potential is that it's more like an untapped ability, like he said.
Yeah.
It's hidden within you. You may not know. See, you know more than you know right now. There's so much about you that you haven't discovered. So think of it like an apple seed, right? If you look at it, it's like there's nothing more to it. But that apple seed is a full orchard.
It's
right?
a full tree.
Yeah, it's a forest.
It's a forest. Yes, exactly.
It begins with that apple seed. So if you plant it, right, it's going to grow, and then into a full apple tree. And then that apple tree, like a fruit, is going to fall down and then begin the growth process again. So it's like multiplying. It all starts with that seed. So your potential is more like that apple seed. It may look small on the outside, but it's a lot on the inside. More than you know, more than you could ever dream of. So you are more than you could ever imagine. That's what we are trying to say here. Yeah. You are more than you could ever imagine. right? The gifts, the abilities that God has placed within you, they are like treasures. And these treasures, the world is supposed to benefit from it. This is what so many people don't know.
So many people don't, like, people make excuses. People will always make excuses. But even, like, if you look biblically, God does not care about your inabilities.
Yes.
God just wants you to listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the story of Moses. Moses was never going to be able to talk to anybody. But when God realized that Moses was unable to talk to somebody, he did not move to the next person. He kept Moses at the source and brought somebody to tap into the source.
Yeah.
So think of that person that came to tap into the source, Aaron, right? His brother, his brother-in-law, right? Yes. Think of his brother-in-law as a seed that fell.
Yes.
Seed that fell from the tree.
Exactly.
It is still connected to the tree.
It's still connected. Exactly. So that's the thing about potential. But so many of us are not really willing to discover it, right? We are just, I'm going to live my life the way I want it. And you're not really conscious of those potential, which leads to your potential being aborted. I have a friend, like that guy, he's like, he knows how to write, he knows how to sing, he knows how to do a lot of things. And like, instead of him to just, do something with his talents, he's not doing anything with it. He will just take up, okay, he knows how to write, so he hasn't really taken a course, but if the idea just flows in, so he just takes up a book and he just writes down whatever flows in at that time, and then he trashes it. Can you imagine? Yeah. So it's like
when other people are traveling the world looking for inspiration, somebody has inspiration, a steady source of inspiration,
and he just
throws it away. And so it really brings into perspective what people consider valuable. Maybe for him, his own value is in money, but he doesn't realize that how much money
he carries
straight away could bring to him.
Honestly.
Exactly. Also, there's a Chinese saying that all roads lead to Mount Tai. So what this saying means is that all roads will lead you where you want to go. You just have to be willing to follow that route to the end. At the end, no matter, some roads are faster than others, some roads are slower than others, but all roads will eventually lead you to where you need to be.
Where you need to be. There's so much about you that the world is supposed to benefit from. Okay, like you remember the story about in the Bible, a man who found treasure hidden in a field, and then when he found that treasure, he sold all he had just to go buy that field. Okay, so you are that field which carries a lot of treasures, and the world is supposed to benefit from you. So imagine if Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg never released their potential. Like, how would we have benefited? Like, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have
X, Twitter.
So imagine if these guys never took responsibility over their potentials.
How
would we have been able to communicate effectively? Like, they really contributed to communication. So
they really contributed to connectivity.
Yes, communication and connectivity right here in the world. But if they did not, take responsibility, we would have suffered.
You would have suffered.
No, I'm telling you, honestly, we would have suffered, because who would have created these apps?
Yeah.
Who would have done that?
Most of our social media apps belong to Mark Zuckerberg.
I'm telling you.
So that puts into perspective how much control he has over social interactions on the net. So imagine if he never took that step. Where would we be now?
Where would we have been?
In terms of connectivity?
Yes, where would we have been? Would have been maybe old. Would have still been sending letters.
You say that, okay, maybe something else would have taken its place. But at the same time, can you imagine such a world? Can you really imagine a world where Facebook does not exist, where WhatsApp does not exist, where Instagram failed? Where it really puts into perspective how one step can create a whole empire.
Yeah.
One step. It started in a garage. He had nothing. There's nothing that you say that will convince me otherwise that he has something. He wasn't rich.
Yeah.
He wasn't this. He wasn't that. And yet he built himself to where he was. was.
Yes. And where he is.
All with, it's a simple thing of willingness or unwillingness. You have to choose between the two. If you are unwilling, no matter how many opportunities you are blessed with, you will never be able to take advantage of them.
Yeah, exactly. The world, you carry a lot of potential that the world is supposed to benefit from. So imagine if these people never took responsibility. Like he said, it starts with a step. Yes, you need to be responsible for your potential.
Yeah.
Don't just bury your potentials. God did not invest in you for you to just waste them. Okay, think of this as your potentials as a business idea, and I am an investor. So I then invest into that idea, and then you then decide to trash it, or that business plan or whatever crashes. Come on, I was expecting a return of investment, so that's like a waste, right? And it's painful. That's a loss, right? So God placed a lot within you, and He's expecting a return of investment. Guys, do not waste God's investment in your life. Your potentials, they are God's investment in your life. It's not supposed to be wasted. Rather, it's supposed to be nurtured. It's supposed to be built, right? And it's supposed to be released for the world to see. Look, if the world does not benefit from your potential, then I'm telling you, will testify against you. I'm telling you. Because the earnest expectation of the creature awaited the manifestation of the sons of God. That's Romans 8 verse, I think it's 18 or so. Because we all are expecting a lot from you. Your potential, whether big or small, I don't care what it is. The guy in the Bible, that master who gave his servants talent, 5 different tails, 2 and then 1, right? No matter how small it is, okay, the one with 5 and the one with 2, they utilize their potential 100%, and then the other one just buried it because it was one. But you can imagine if he had maximized that potential.
What he did with 1 talent is what most of us are doing with our lives.
Yes, exactly.
It's what most of us are choosing to do.
Yes.
Like, it really puts into perspective. It did not. It was not hidden when he was giving it.
Yes, it was.
It was not hidden. It was clear. From a child, it's clear what talent you have.
Yeah,
it's clear what
you
can do. I believe for most people. Some people have to do a bit of searching.
Some people
but for most people, it is clear what you can do. But most of us, instead of veering in the path of what we can do, we choose to bury it.
Yeah, we choose to bury it. We choose not to take responsibility.
Yeah.
And then the world then gets to suffer. We then get to suffer. See, so many people are just very quick to blame their situation, right? To blame the world. They're like, oh, if the government did better, but only if you can take a step. Right? If you can be responsible for your potential, you could even make the world better. Right? Did Mark Zuckerberg just make up excuses that he wasn't rich? Right? He did not. Of course, he did not. What he did, he actually went ahead to start creating stuff, right? And then now we have Facebook, and then the world is actually a better place. Yeah. Right?
It is a better place. Well, there's a bad aspect, but
generally,
there's always 2 sides to it.
Yes, there's always 2 sides. So it actually is, right? So they used their talents, they used their potential to make the world a better place for each and every one of us. That could tell, like, that shows that there is a lot about you that the world needs to benefit from, right? But many of us, like we just said, many of us are not willing to take that responsibility, and these are the ways, right, that your potentials could be aborted. Because you fail to take responsibility. When you fail to take responsibility over your potentials, they can be aborted. Now, abortion is not really that termination.
Abortion.
Your potentials can be aborted.
The definition of the word is removal.
Termination, elimination.
Yes, termination.
So they need synonyms.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the termination of a fetus in a woman's womb. No, it's not just that. Your potential, as a human being, your potential can be aborted. It can be aborted if you fail to take responsibility over them.
If you fail to utilize them.
Yes, if you fail to utilize them, if you fail to take a step forward, if you fail to push harder, not allowing fear or your background or your circumstance limit you. if you fail to take a step further, then your potentials are going to be aborted. You're just going to go to the grave with them. Yeah.
And everybody will forget you. As they forgot your uncles, your aunties, your... I don't want to curse anybody, but your father, your mother.
Just going to forget you.
They'll just forget you. They will not remember. The world moves fast.
Yeah.
The world
they're just going to move on.
There is no pity.
Although they are going to be affected because you never released your talent, you never released your potentials, your true potentials, because you never released it. It's going to be affected, but they're still going to move on.
One of you has the cure to cancer.
Yes.
One of you has a better way to build houses. One of you has a better
and
camera in mind.
lies within you.
One of you.
So why don't you just get up and get going?
Exactly, right?
I'm telling you, get up and get going.
But
come on, make this world a better place.
Make this world a better place. When we are all conscious about what we are doing, we will eventually weave a world that's so much better than what
exactly.
We will come together. If each of us is working for the good of something, if each of us has a purpose that we are trying to achieve, there will be no conflicts. Everybody will be so busy on improvement and scaling that they will not care about the next person. Exactly.
But the thing is, people are not just conscious of this, right? People are not conscious of this. They just want to live their life. There's so many people that I've seen, like, I remember last week, right? I was coming back from my mom's place, and then I saw like up to 4 madmen on the road. I was like, imagine the kind of potentials God has placed within these guys. What if one of these guys were like supposed to, bring up a system where
what if they were supposed to fix Nigeria?
Yes. Maybe they could be the next governor or president. I don't know. What if God actually placed this kind of potentials within them and it's just wasted? That's the thing, right? The devil is just looking for ways to make sure you never fulfill your purpose, to make sure you never discover your talents, never unleash this potential, because he knows that the world is going to benefit from you, right? That's why the devil doesn't want anyone to discover themselves. So if there is anything he's going to do, he's going to bring distractions your way. He's just going to pull you away from your purpose, because he knows that if only you're willing,
if only
you are willing and you're conscious of the fulfilling your purpose, then the world is going to benefit a lot from you, and obviously it's going to affect him. All right, it's going to affect him.
Some of you let distractions distract you. You drink this, you drink that, you smoke this.
Storing up junk in your life.
You smoke
things
that
aren't important.
Before you know, your life goes
and
up in
smoke. And it's like you're there like, yo, how
did I end up
here?
How? I mean, really, you don't know how.
How? But if you look back, you realize that you actually wasted your life, right? You actually wasted your life. It's actually because of ignorance, right? That's another way your potential can be aborted. Ignorance. Okay, abortion is ignorance of responsibility.
Yes.
Abortion of potential is ignorance of responsibility. When you lack that wisdom, some people don't have sense.
No, is it true too? If I was to say it now, she will fight me.
How would God give you a lot and then you just end up wasting it? No, if I discover that there is anything else about me, guy, I'm going to utilize that gift. I will utilize it to the fullest. There is something I want, right? Something I've always prayed for. I don't want to go to the grave with any talents that God has given to me. I want to release every single thing on this earth. I want the world to benefit from me, right? My life, okay? I want to exist on purpose, right? I want to fulfill my purpose to the fullest. I don't want to go to the grave with it, okay? Because that's actually a waste.
I want to leave a legacy.
Yes, there has to be a legacy. Like, let people remember Brains, that name, Brains Krishna. There are so many people right now that even if they are dead, you still remember them.
You still remember,
right? Because they actually made a mark on the earth.
Like, right? Some of them, thousands of years. Jesus, such example.
Jesus,
exactly, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein. All of them are
Name
inventors from way back when, and the things they invented, if you consider it now, it seems stupid. But because of what they had done at their time, it was such a great innovation that they scarred time itself. They scarred time itself, leaving their mark in history.
Yes.
You get it? That's what it means when they say leave your mark in history.
Yes, exactly.
You are tearing time to acknowledge you, regardless of how long passes.
I love that. So maybe, oh God, I pray that God is going to help us. Help us to take responsibility for our potential. Because it's painful. Nothing is, okay, dying with your potential is much more painful than death itself. It's much more tragic. It's the ultimate tragedy. Dying with your potential is the ultimate tragedy. So guys, don't die with your potential. Okay? If there is anything you should escape, this is it.
If you should die trying.
No,
you should.
Yeah.
If you should die trying.
Release your potential, okay? Discover yourself to the fullest, alright? And if you have to do that, then you must be intentional about it, okay? And you must be consistent about it, right? Discover your talents, discover your potentials, and release it. Because I am waiting to see the next Mark Zuckerberg of our time, right? That's his name.
You're looking at him.
I'm waiting to see that person, because we all carry something and the world is supposed to benefit from us. But if you die with that potential, it's very, very tragic. Right? It's going to affect the future, it's going to condemn the future, it's going to affect lots of things. Okay? It's going to affect the world at large. So it's essential, it's very, very vital. I said very vital that you discover your potential. Alright? Discover it. Unleash it. Don't keep it. It's not there for the fun of it. Right? And see, people love doing this thing, right? Even if they realize that, oh, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Some of them don't really maximize it. Yeah. There's one thing they do, they'll just, okay, like that guy that I said earlier.
Yeah.
He knows how to write, right? And he understands that potential, right? But he doesn't really utilize it. Okay? So make sure you discover it and then please maximize your potential.
You reminded me
to
of
the fullest.
A friend of mine. So this friend of mine, right? This was like my SS3. So that's final year high school. Right? And so this guy, his voice is beautiful. Right? Like I'm a guy and I'm saying that. So that shows you just how sweet his voice was. And like he went and he recorded a song he has a friend that's a producer, so he went to that friend and he recorded the song. He mastered it, and then he just only sent it to his friends. He never posted it. I was first confused. I'm like, okay, he wants to. Okay, is he launching it or what? It's like it's been, is it 3 or 4 years since then? He never dropped that song, and that song was so powerful. It was to the point where for 2 years that was the song I played the most on my phone.
Wow.
It was that amazing. Like I'm talking about professional level, like gospel artists.
Wow. You can imagine.
It was Prince Emmanuel,
wow.
It was so clean, and I was just like, I was pained when like you can feel the hurt. It was such a beautiful song, and yet he just let it. I don't know why he never chased that thing, and it really was sad. There's no other way to put it, because he had already done all the work. He had already produced it. Music video, he has how many friends? They are all willing to go ahead with whatever he has in mind. It was popular. I don't get like what was stopping him from releasing that thing. Maybe this is the part where we'll say village people. But it was really bad. It was just really bad and sad.
There's nothing as painful as.
And I'm not the guy, yo. Look at how pained I am. I'm not the guy.
There's nothing as painful as aborting your potentials. like it's like I said earlier, it's the ultimate tragedy. When people fail to utilize their potentials, when people fail to maximize it, when people fail to discover it. So you can imagine if that guy had actually released that
guy
song.
would have gone so far.
I'm already imagining.
He would have gone so far. I'll see if I can find this song and play for you. But like,
I mean, the world would have benefited from it.
So the world would have benefited from it.
I love gospel hip hop.
Yeah, it's like gospel. It was like gospel mixed with Afro beats, and it was like I've never heard anything like it before. I was so like, it was when I realized, oh no, this guy don't pass, and he just let it wash away.
So imagine if he had actually released it, and imagine the lives that would have been touched by that song. This is one thing we need to escape.
I told him, okay, if you're not posting, let me post it for you. Under your name. I was begging him. He said no. I was just like,
God, there's nothing as painful as this. Because the world is supposed to benefit from every potential that God has placed within us. Yes, there are treasures. The world is supposed to benefit from it. But when people fail to utilize this, oh my God, I can imagine the kind of investors that would have
found him. Yes. Or imagine how many churches he would have invited to come and
imagine
bless
the
them.
lives that would have been touched, right? So look, someone's growth, all right, is tied to your potential, right? Someone's growth, someone's life somewhere. So imagine if someone is supposed to read your book, right? If you're a writer, imagine if someone was supposed to read your book, right? But you failed to release that book, like he failed to release that song. Okay, so imagine if someone was supposed to listen to it and then have a change of heart.
Yes.
But
and
you failed to release that song. And then you failed to release your book.
It would have spoken to you like we are speaking to you now.
Like we are speaking to you now. Yeah, and that person now wouldn't be able to read that book. That person won't be able to listen to that song and have that change of heart. Why? Because you failed to unleash it. So that's the thing. Unleash your potential. It's not supposed to be hidden.
Yeah.
Stop hiding. What are you hiding for? Get out there. Let the world see what you're capable of. It's one thing to discover your talent. It's another to unleash it. Yeah. So don't just discover it. Unleash it. Let the world see what you're capable of. So imagine if Mark Zuckerberg now was just creating those apps and storing it for himself. Who was going to benefit from it? Who? Tell me. Who? People would have gone to his house.
Oh Lord.
I started using the apps from there. Like, discover your potentials and unleash them. That's all we are trying to say here today. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. In this episode, right? We are encouraging you. Do not die with your potential. Okay? Rob the grave. That's what my small would say. Rob the grave of your potentials. Okay? The grave is not supposed to carry it. The world is supposed to benefit from it. Don't take treasures to the grave. It's not supposed to be there. Okay? The world is supposed to benefit from you and not the grave. Please. You guys should get that. It's painful. It's actually painful. Yo, it's painful. And there's nothing as painful as that. Guys, this is an encouragement. If you're out there, share this to someone. Okay? Release your potential. Let the world see what you're capable of. So if the next generation comes into the Museum of Life, like I said earlier, they're going to see what you have kept for. Like, they're going to see the legacy. They're going to see your mark. Right? They are not just going to come and find your space empty. Okay? So unleash your potential and make sure you discover them. Unleash them to the fullest. I don't care what they are. The world needs to hear it. We need to benefit from it. And I am rooting for you guys, honestly. I'm rooting for you too.
Oh, you see that, guys? She's rooting for me.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting
for you too.
I'm rooting for each and every one of us. And we are encouraging you guys today to unleash, discover your potential and unleash it. Don't keep it for anyone. It's vital that you understand these principles. Yes, it's very vital. Please. Okay, I think that's
I think that's all we want to talk about this time around.
For this episode. And we're going to have
episodes. This is episode 1.
Yeah,
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Wow, this was nice.
It was nice.
It was really nice.
Totally.
Oh God, this is our first episode. Like this.
This is actually our first episode, and I think it went very well. I think personally it went very well.
I loved it.
I hope you loved it as well. If you did, drop a comment, subscribe, whatever it is. You know what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do. And please don't forget, okay, if you have any questions, anything you want to share with us, our email
will be here.
Our email
but you can also check in the bio.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just share your stories. If there is like any question, you have any question that you can't really ask someone, you can ask us. We'll help you out.
We'll help you out to the best of our ability.
Yes.
So
just share your story with us. We will talk about it if you want us to.
If you do want us to blow out your name, do specify.
Yeah.
So we will not mention names.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh God.
Yeah.
I still want to continue this, but you need to say goodbye.
Yeah. Sorry guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching.
This
is Crack Sessions Podcast. I am Brains Crystal, and
I am Swift Holiday. Again.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. I don't know, you were waving at me, so
bye.
Yeah. Alright. That's it.